question.
How are you?
Do you use any hair gel or any perfume or deodorant?
Where in veganism does it say I can't use hair gel?
So you're okay with stuff being tested on animals and lab
No,
rats?
I buy vegan products.
How do you know it's vegan product though?
You look at the package.
Just because the package says it's organic or vegan, does it really mean it's organic or vegan?
It's vegan, yes, by FDA standards, yes.
But say a farmer, right, has organic crops, and then he has regular crops, which I've seen them too put side to side. In organic, he doesn't fertilize, but
Yes, he does. All plants had to be fertilized.
exactly. So it's not organic, correct?
We're not talking about organics. We're talking
No,
about
but what I'm
animal
saying
ethics. We're
is
talking about animal welfare. Sir, look,
because it says
what
vegan doesn't mean
justifies,
it's
look,
vegan.
shh. What justifies slaughtering animals to you?
To me, technically, slaughtering animals, if you're slaughtering, like torturing, that's fucked up. But if you go out and hunt an animal, I mean, I don't know. Nothing's wrong with that.
Okay, why is it okay to hunt an animal? Do you think it's okay to hunt a person?
No, but a person is different.
What's the difference?
A person has meaning. A person has a family. A person doesn't hunt.
So do animals.
So like when a lion takes down a baby giraffe in the jungle, does that baby giraffe care? Or does the lion care?
Yes, they do care, but look, we're not talking about lion ethics. We're talking about human ethics.
Human
You have a
ethics.
choice as a person. You can choose to not harm the animal. A lion cannot choose.
But
They're
if you shoot
wild.
the animal and kill it in one shot without the animal even knowing it got shot,
A lion cannot understand these things. A lion does not have the understanding like we do. They don't have the choice like we do. What justifies your choice in slaughtering and abusing animals?
well, it's not abusing. I mean, slaughtering, yes, but abusing, no.
Sir, taking the life away from an animal that didn't have to be taken away from, I would say is abuse.
That's not abuse. Abuse is when you torture something and then, you beat it and you hurt it and over and
Do you
over
think
and
if I
over.
took away somebody's life, would that be abuse? Or would that be okay?
Depends on the situation.
If you're just randomly walking in the forest and I come and hunt you and kill you, is that okay? Is that abuse or is it okay?
I mean, depends. You're gonna kill me in one shot or two?
2 shots.
Two
One
shots?
shot.
That's abuse.
Let's say 1 shot. Is that abuse?
No, one shot. That's. I mean, people been hunting since.
So you think it's
before
okay?
time.
So you think it's okay for me to hunt people if it's 1 shot?
So okay, do you own any animals? Let's go
No.
with it.
Can you answer my question now? Do you think it's okay to hunt people with 1 shot death?
I mean, in this world, we kill people every day.
Do you think it's justified to murder somebody?
If it's for a beneficiary of you, I think it'd be all right.
Have a good day.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Why has no one acknowledged the fact that plants have now been found to have feelings, relationships, pain receptors?
Oh, really? What's your source on this?
Fungus. I don't have the Google Docs. I mean, you can Google it just like anybody else. But plants have feelings. Plants can hear. Plants can see.
No, they don't have feelings. Plants. There's no evidence that plants have consciousness or awareness. In fact, a study called "Debunking the Myth of Plant Consciousness" actually goes step by step and demonstrates how that's incorrect. Plants do not have nerve receptors, pain receptors, brains, or nervous systems. They don't have the capacity for sentience. And even if they did, it would still be better to go vegan because vegans kill less plants. So what justifies killing animals, sir? Oh, he's gone. They don't scream. They don't scream like we do.
Hey, how's it going? Do you mind if I introduce myself and say a little bit about myself so you guys get a idea of my perspective
No,
on
can you
this
just
topic?
give the justification?
Was that?
Can you give the justification for harming
Uh,
animals?
or it's just kind of just proper to introduce myself, I guess. But you know, if you don't want me to, I could just get on the debate.
I don't think anybody cares. Yeah, just what's your argument?
Oh, so my argument is that your mother is very promiscuous, and you look like you're on Dr. Phil for skipping school. And
Hello?
Hey, what do
Hi.
you got?
So I'm vegan, but there was one circumstance that I thought could be acceptable to consume. Like, what about people that have a farm and they like milk their cow and they also drink the cow's milk? What is unethical? Is it at that point, is it just that it's like disgusting?
No,
Or,
imagine if we did this to a person. Imagine if I kept a person in my backyard and I milked their breasts. And I said,
oh, well,
"Here, ma'am, it's milking time." And I go to her breast and I take the milk out. Would that be okay to you?
no, I understand. That would be
Right.
pretty
That's
gross.
why I think it's wrong to do it to animals.
Fair enough. Okay. Thank you.
Mike, is it?
Yeah,
Okay. So why are you a vegan?
because I don't want to harm animals. Why do you want to?
Well, I don't necessarily want to harm animals, but
Then why are you not vegan?
mm, because I enjoy animals.
So you think it's okay if I enjoy somebody, if I like the way they taste, I can kill them?
Well, no, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not saying that, but at the same time, do not animals eat our plants?
No. We can
What do you
grow our
mean,
own
no?
plants, sir. Now, can you justify eating animals? You're saying you like the way they taste, right?
Sure, of course.
Okay, great. So does the taste of a person justify killing that person?
No, no, not at all.
Great. So why do you think it's okay to kill a cow for their taste, but not a human for their taste?
Well, because wait, hang on a second. Humans don't just go around eating grass.
I know. Can you answer the logic now? Can you answer the question?
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
What is the morally relevant difference between cows and humans that justify slaughtering the cow?
Well, cows don't eat other. You've confused me now.
What trait does a cow not have that a person does have that justifies killing the cow?
Well, who's more important though?
Well, that's irrelevant. What matters is, do you have a
It,
justification for killing the cow?
is it
You don't have to.
is it irrelevant though?
It is relevant because you don't have to kill a cow. So what justifies it?
Past history, I guess.
Past history?
Yeah, and we have proof that it benefits the human body.
No, we don't have evidence of that. We have evidence to the contrary. But more importantly,
Yeah,
do you
do
think
we
our
though?
past
Do we
history justifies a current action?
do we have past history of that?
We
That
have past history of slavery. Do you think we should continue slavery?
you're going way off topic here.
No, I'm not. This is
no,
the same exact justification you're using.
not really though.
Yes, it is. We have past history of enslaving people. Would that make
No,
it okay?
okay, I get that. I'm saying, you're good. Calm down, please, sir. Um, uh, do we have history that eating beef is not beneficial to the human body?
Meat is a group 2A carcinogen. It raises your risk of cancers and heart attacks and stroke and arthritis and diabetes. It's utterly bad for your body. But that's
Oh,
irrelevant. We're not talking about health. We're talking about ethics. What
where?
ethically
Okay,
justifies slaughtering an animal when you
okay.
don't have?
Where can I look this up? Like you're making a very big claim here, so
The World Health Organization has studies on this. Oxford has studies on this. Look up red meat, group 2A carcinogen, rated by the World Health Organization. This is just one piece of source. I mean, we have tons of data on this. Plant-based diets are Absolutely better for our health. Look at the Adventist Health 2 study. Look at the China study. Look at the study on reversing CBD by Dr. Collin.
Okay, why are you so stuck on this topic? Well, what's your point?
Sir, look, can you give an argument?
No. I just want to know why you're so stuck on this.
You sound like you're stuck in in like a loop or something. Give an argument. Hi, how are you?
Hello. So I'm just curious as to why you keep comparing humans to animals when somebody's trying to debate with you.
Well, what's the difference morally?
We're human beings. I mean, we have to go for our food like an animal does. So if you want to compare,
Right, but we don't have to eat an animal for food. We can eat plant-based foods. So
sure,
why do you cause harm and that's unnecessary?
it's not harm if you do it properly. They don't feel it. They're not hurting.
Oh, okay. So you think it's okay to kill an animal if they don't feel pain?
Yeah.
Okay,
If
so
you're eating it,
can I go up to a dog and just slit its neck open quickly and it doesn't feel pain? Would that be okay to you?
I mean, they do it in other countries. That's not my preferred meat, but
No, would it be okay to you if I went up to a dog and shot it in the head?
no.
Oh, okay. So then you think it's wrong to harm an animal with no pain?
No.
So go ahead and show me why there's a contradiction here. Why do you think it's okay to harm an animal?
So I think the contradiction is it comes in when somebody disagrees with you. You don't want to debate anymore. You just want to be right.
Oh, ma'am, you're complaining, right? Look, give an argument, and I'll listen to you. I want you to justify your killing of animals.
Justify your killing of plants.
They're not sentient
We need what they put out to live. Why are you killing them?
because we have to eat something, and plants are not sentient. Animals are sentient. So why do you harm sentient animals?
Honestly, bro, they're delicious. Bacon's amazing. You should try it.
Oh, okay. So do you think if we took dogs and turned their bodies into bacon, would that be okay to eat and
That's
kill
up to
dogs?
you. That's not my thing, but
No. Do you think it would be okay to turn dogs into bacon?
I'm saying that's up to you.
No, it's your. I'm looking at your ethics, right? I'm asking you about your
You
ethics. Do
can't
you
turn
think
a
it's okay
dog
to?
into bacon because it's not a pig.
Okay, what if we turn dog into dog meat that tasted better than bacon? Would you kill dogs and farm dogs?
I love how you just switch it around. You never stick to what somebody says. I've seen all these guests on
Because
here.
there's a hypocrisy. There's a grand hypocrisy in your argumentation. You can't answer. You know it's wrong to kill a dog. You know it's wrong. So why do you do it? Why do you harm pigs when there's no difference between them and dogs?
I just happen to love dogs. They're not a preferred meat. I know other countries eat them.
Okay, so you think that the only reason why we get to kill a pig is because we just don't like them. So if I don't like a person, should that grant me the right to kill that person?
No, that's what I'm seeing though, is you're
Okay,
comparing
great.
people
So
to
then,
animals.
what's the difference? What's the morally relevant difference between humans and animals?
Okay, I'm not gonna take a child and raise a child to unalive it and eat it. But if I am ethically raising an animal in my backyard for food, what's the problem?
Can I ethically raise a person for food in my backyard?
That's what I just said. No.
So then why do you think it's okay to raise a pig for food, but it's wrong to raise a person for food? What's the difference?
They were literally put here for us to eat
Well, why? Why do you say that?
because that is what God tells us.
Well, does God say you have to eat a pig?
No, he doesn't say we have
So
to.
then why do you do it if you know you don't have to, and it causes the pig suffering and pain and torture?
They don't suffer. That's what I'm telling you. If we are ethically doing it, they are not suffering.
How do you ethically kill an animal that doesn't have to die?
We just discussed this. They don't feel it. They don't know. There's no suffering.
Okay, so if I killed a person and they didn't know about it, would that be okay?
Oh my gosh. This is a guy just flipping it around. I don't think it doesn't matter though. I don't like the
Look,
I
there's
mean,
a hypocrisy. Look, you're not answering because there's a hypocrisy, right? You know it's wrong to kill a person, but I think it's in the same sense it's wrong intuitively to kill a pig because of the same reasons. Pigs are sentient, conscious, just like we are. They don't want to die and don't have to die. For those reasons, I treat animals like people because we are animals and we are sentient. We are conscious just like them. So you are being hypocritical because you can't point out a difference.
I mean, the way that you're bringing it up though is what is frustrating to me, because anybody who's trying to quote unquote debate with you, you're more so being aggressive and pushing what you believe and what you feel.
Ma'am, you're pushing animals in gas chambers. You're the one that's
I'm
forcing
not
your
standing there
ideology
pushing
on
it.
the animals and you're causing them harm and suffering.
I'm not
What
standing there
justifies
pushing.
this? What justifies this, ma'am?
I'm not standing there pushing them into gas
You're
chambers.
paying for it. You're paying for it.
I have my own animals.
Well, you're still paying, you're still raising them to kill them for no reason. Why do you do it? What's your justification for that?
For food, to feed my family.
Right, but you can feed your family without killing other beings.
Yeah, he's not gonna get it.
I mean, it's not that hard of a question, right? What is your justification? Why do you get to sit there and treat animals like trash? Why? We all know it's wrong to harm animals. We all say we love animals. Oh, we love our dogs. But when it comes to a pig or a cow, all of a sudden your mindset shifts. And now all of a sudden, they're meat, they're food. Why? Why do you get to do these things? When there's no apparent difference between us and them.
I'm gonna go live. Fuck. Hey, how you doing, man? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard you a while ago say that you would not be okay with putting a woman in your backyard and milking her. But how are you comparing a person? Of course it's not okay to kill a person. But dude, you're dumb as fuck. If you ought to come milk me, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, so what's the difference between humans and animals that justifies killing the animals? What's the difference? That was the best argument, right? All they can do is laugh.
How's it going? So you believe in evolution, correct?
Yeah, it's a fact.
So that's survival of the fittest. So that's how this plays out pretty much. We must be able to kill animals that are under us.
No, we can survive just fine without killing animals.
No, but we're the survival of the fittest. So it's up to us to do whatever we want because we're at the
It's
top.
up to us, and we have a choice, and with choice comes responsibility. We don't have to kill the animals to survive, hence we shouldn't.
Also, why come
Don't say also, sir. Address what I just told you. We don't have to harm animals.
Well, evolution's like crap anyway. So I mean,
What?
evolution's bull crap anyway. But
No, it's a fact, sir. Evolution is a fact.
it's a theory. That's why it's called a theory.
No, evolutionary theory refers to natural selection, not genetic change.
And also, you're the one that
Evolution-
supports abortion. Killing a baby is okay to you, actually?
It's not killing a baby.
Yes, it is.
It's avoiding a pregnancy. And there's justifications for getting an abortion. What if the mother's life is in danger? What if she's about to die and the baby? Do you think we should force pregnancy on people who don't want them? No. I'll never force anybody to do anything with their body they don't want to.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with veganism, by the way. You have not addressed veganism. You're just a gilly.
Your own evolution.
Dancing around the issue.
Your own evolution theory is against veganism because we're at the top of the food chain. We can do whatever you want. Eat a snake, eat an elephant.
Yes,
We
we're
have
the top,
guns, you
which
know.
means we have a choice, and with choice means we have responsibility to make the best choice, and the best choice is to veganism. Hence, it causes less harm.
Also, your theory supports hunting from the beginning of times too, because you believe in like
We
the
don't have to hunt no more, sir. We don't have to hunt anymore.
But the monkeys that you think we came from all hunted.
Who cares? We're no longer monkeys. We have stores now, sir. Welcome to 2024.
Yeah, but I don't know. Friggin' like steak just has one ingredient. This plant-based stuff is just disgusting.
It's not disgusting, sir. There's
Does-
plenty of whole food plant-based foods you can eat that are
It-
healthier than steak.
It is disgusting. It tastes so bad.
Okay. So
It is.
you tasted all 50,000 plant-based foods?
Yeah, because I can't eat meats on
You
Friday.
you
so
you have
I
tasted every single plant-based food on the planet and said they're all bad?
had the Impossible Burgers because I can't because I have to resort to that crap because I can't.
Veganism is not committed to eating Impossible Burgers, sir. You can be vegan without eating those burgers. Can you please justify slaughtering animals now?
Protein.
There's protein in plant-based foods.
Yeah, it's like fake protein. It's
What
not
do you
good.
mean by fake protein, sir? Plant-based proteins have all amino acids.
It's soy junk that lowers your testosterone.
No, it doesn't. Soy does not contain animal estrogen. It does not change or alter your testosterone in any significant degree.
Junk.
Soy is very healthy for you, and in fact, if anything, dairy and meat lowers your hormones.
That's why I make sure I
But-
get a double, so the vegan can't make a difference.
Oh yeah, that's very cute to say that, sir. But that means your arteries will be clogged double time. So, can you please demonstrate why it's okay to slaughter and abuse and sexually assault animals?
Beef liver is the most nutritious food in the entire planet.
Oh yeah, except it doesn't have fiber, vitamin C, or all kinds of vitamins.
You get fiber from bread that you put
Yeah,
in like a
plant-based. There's
sandwich.
no meat. Meat doesn't have a variety of nutrients that your body needs to be optimally healthy, especially fibers and antioxidants and vitamin C. So now, can you demonstrate why it's justified to slaughter and assault a cow?
Just did like 3 times.
All you're saying is protein, but we can get plenty of protein and nutrients as a vegan.
How do you get B12?
Tofu, mushrooms, nutritional yeast, fortified food supplements.
If you don't like any of that junk.
You can get it. You can get a supplement, sir. You get plenty of B12 you need. And there's all kinds of fortified foods with it.
Whey protein's from a cow, is that okay?
No, you're harming an animal. You're taking its life away. You're causing it abuse. Why do you do that?
To build muscles.
You can build muscles as a vegan.
I've never seen it.
Nima Delgado, Torres Washington, these are vegan bodybuilders. Patrick Bowman, he won championships.
They got
He's a
steroids
strong
helping them.
man. What?
They have steroids helping them out.
Well, do you think no meat eater uses steroids?
No, I'm not saying
Okay, great. So then let's stop pretending as if vegans cannot be strong and start giving reasons as to why you think you can sexually assault an animal.
Sexually assault them, where'd that come from?
Well, how do you think we make animals, sir? Do you think they come from the wild? No. We breed them into existence in factories by forcibly impregnating them
I
by the
agree.
billions.
See, those videos do make me sad, but you have to realize this is survival of the fittest at the end of the day.
But we don't have to survive on eating cows or drinking their fucking milk. We can eat plant-based foods and be perfectly surviving.
You should try In-N-Out. It's actually fire.
I used to eat meat, sir, but guess what? I recognized I have no reason to do it. It's not justified. So last chance, sir, to justify killing and slaughtering an animal. Bye-bye. Ran away. Notice how all they can say is, well, I like it. Me.
Yo, what's up, man?
What do you got?
I've been watching you for a few guests, man. I don't know. They're just trying to troll you. I genuinely scrolled on you, and I was just like, hey, you know what? Let me listen to what he has to say. Me personally, pause on the end of this statement, but I am a meat eater. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Okay.
Okay, look, just give the argument. Just give your argument.
So my whole thing is, right now in the current state of the world, of course, you in the position you are in, and we are in, of course, we don't have to hurt animals. We don't have to do that, right? Now, it's your choice, right? It is your choice, as it is my choice, to choose what diet I sort of choose to follow, right? Now, all this forcibly impregnating this and doing all that, like those are hot points that I've seen the videos, like the dude said, it makes him sad. I've seen the clips.
Look, can you
I've
stop monologuing? Stop monologuing. Just give your justification.
My justification is it is up to us to choose, right? You're pushing, just like
Okay.
as you would not like a meat eater to come into your life to say,
Okay,
hey
great,
man,
great.
you must
I
eat meat.
understand. I understand. Okay. So you're saying that what justifies me killing an animal is it's my choice.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Okay, hold on. Now, what if I told you this? I get to murder a person. It's my choice.
That's literally a straw
Would
man
that,
to the argument.
would that be okay to murder somebody because it's my choice?
Sure. You can choose to murder a person. You
No.
will reap
Would
the
you think?
consequences of doing so. You
would you
mentioned to the
think-
last guy
No,
that
no.
because he listen. You mentioned to the last guy because he doubles up on the burger, he will double up on the clogging his arteries.
Sir,
like
please,
there is
stop,
consequences to your choice. Hold on. There's
Stop,
consequences to your choice.
No,
You
you're not
just
listening.
said that
You're not listening.
You just said you were going to choose to murder somebody.
Yeah, look, your justification was that I get to choose what I do. Now, I use the same justification for the murder example. Does that choice justify killing somebody?
Dude, you chose. There's no justification in that, right?
Answer the question, sir.
There's no justification in
Does
that.
that
You're killing a human
choice-
being. You're killing a human
Please
being.
answer the question.
That's a
Does
straw
that
man to the
choice-
argument. That's a straw man to the argument.
How is it a
The
straw man?
debate of vegan, can you justify eating animals? And then you bring up murdering humans. That is a straw man to the argument.
It doesn't matter about the action.
It's not a red herring.
Look, sir, Wes, it doesn't matter. What's the same is the justification. You are using the justification of it's my choice. I use the same justification for murder, or whatever, slavery, any action.
Crazy.
You're
So I'm
using
going
that-
to respond to you because you
Sir,
cut me off when I was
please,
trying to
you're
respond
not
to you.
listening. You're not listening, sir.
Dude. Okay, go ahead.
The justification I'm using for my example is the same as yours.
Okay.
So why do you think choosing something is a good justification for that action?
Okay. So we get to choose to eat meat. Okay.
We
Just
get to
as- hold on.
No, you're not
I tried to
answering.
respond to you
Wes,
earlier, then you said I
you're
was
not
cutting you.
listening. No, you're not getting it. You are sitting up here saying that we get to kill and slaughter animals because it's my choice. Well, I can use this argument for anything. It's my choice to eat a person. Would that be okay to you because it's my choice? No. Saying it's my choice is not a good reason to do X action, whatever action you want it to be. That's the problem. Your justification is shitty. So do you agree that choice doesn't justify every action?
So I noticed in the past guests you didn't really mute them because their arguments were shit. And as soon as I start,
No, can you answer my question? Your argument is the
me.
worst today.
It's literally not.
Your
Anyways,
argument is the
so
worst
going
one
back to what I
today.
was saying for like the fifth time.
Answer
and
the
then you cut me off.
question. Answer the question.
I'm answering your question. You're talking about killing a human and
No,
saying
you're
because
not
you
understanding.
can choose
You're
to
not
do so.
understanding.
Hold on.
You're not understanding. This is why I have to mute you. You're not understanding the question. It's not about the murder. It's about the choice. The justification's the same. From my example and in your example, you are saying I get to do whatever I want because it's my choice. Well, that justifies cannibalism, murder, grape, everything you want to. That's the problem. Do you agree that choice is not a good justification?
That's not what was said. You're taking artistic liberty with one statement that I made, right? So something as simple as choosing what diet I want to adhere to is not anywhere close to choosing to murder, right?
Well,
that's
the problem
what I mean
is
about
you are
straw
taking.
manning my point. That's
Wes,
something
Wes,
entirely different.
Please listen to me. Okay. It is comparable to killing a person because you're still taking the life away from an animal, somebody who's conscious, just like humans. So it is comparable, but that's irrelevant. What's relevant is your justification is choice. The choice to me doesn't justify anything. Doesn't justify, right? Do you agree that just because it's my choice, it doesn't justify me eating somebody?
Dude. Yes, I agree. Just because it's your
Great.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So now you can't use choice as a justification.
No, I definitely can because you're talking about the most extreme.
Yourself. You're contradicting yourself.
No. Stop.
Contradicting
You're
yourself.
inducing a contradiction from something I did not say, a stance I did not take. Listen, I said choice as in choosing a diet to adhere to. Then you talk about grape. You're talking about slavery.
Okay,
You're
great.
talking
How about this then?
cannibalism. That's
If I
something
choose-
entirely different.
Wes, please listen now. If I choose to eat a diet of humans, is that okay to you?
It doesn't matter if it's okay to me. It's a cultural thing
No,
too.
is it okay? Yes or no,
There's
sir?
cultures out there on the
Sir,
planet
yes
that have
or no? To you, is it
yes,
wrong?
100%. That's okay to me. 100%. If it adheres to your culture, yes, sure.
So you think it's okay for me to eat a
To
person?
entertain your stupid ass fucking little red herring that was.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Bring the ad hominems. Come on. See, he didn't understand the topic. He didn't understand that I was equivocating the justification, not the action. The justification remained the same. And again, this led him to cannibalism, which he conceded it's okay to eat people. That is contradictory and absurd.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, what justifies slaughtering animals to you?
Yeah, let me start with this. So, I've seen a lot and read a lot about the veganism, and I can understand your point.
No, I don't care. What is your justification for eating animals?
Oh yeah, I care a lot about health and nutrition, and meat needs to be included in order to have
Okay,
a
why
solid.
do we need meat?
Because it's a superfood, and you need to have good quality of the
Yeah,
nutrition.
why can't we get good quality proteins or nutrients from vegan foods?
Because you lack the most vitamins and nutrients out
Give
of
me
all
one
the
vitamin
diets.
give me one vitamin I cannot get as a vegan. That's a
You
sentence.
can get it. You can get a lot of vitamins, but they are bad quality. That's the difference.
Give an example of a bad quality.
Do you want me to read studies?
Yeah, give me an example where I can't get the nutrients that you can, and thus we have to eat meat.
A recent systematic studies explained that the intake of adequacy of the VD in terms of macro and micronutrients intake in the adult European population. So this is a study. The study found that vegans consume the least total protein compared to other diets group, confirming that the vegan diet may include insufficient protein, particularly in instances where legume, seed, and nut consumption is limited.
But that's irrelevant because guess what? We can eat as much protein as we need as a vegan. We don't have to eat meat to get protein. Those people in the study, they perhaps weren't eating enough protein. That doesn't mean that we can't be vegan. You can still get plenty of protein. There's vegan bodybuilders out there who get plenty of protein, hundreds of grams per day.
Vegans consume fewer essential amino acids than non-vegans.
Well,
Plant-based
then the solution to this is to simply eat more protein as a vegan. Do you agree?
Okay, so listen.
Protein. Okay, great. There you go. So you can still be vegan and get plenty of protein.
Plant proteins are less digestible, up to from 50 to 70%.
Okay, then vegans just eat more. Like I said, they just eat more protein. That's all we have to do. Eat more protein.
Do you realize
you can still be vegan?
Do you realize what he just explained?
Do you realize that tofu and all these things have plenty of protein? Lentils have like 17 grams.
Yeah, but they're less digestible. That's the point.
But you said 70%. You said 70%. All you have to do is eat a little bit more lentils, a little bit more tofu.
Not you get 70.
Yeah, 70%.
Yeah. Do you know how much that is? Do you know how much you need to eat in order?
You can still get 80% of the quality of protein versus a meat food.
You would be obese by that state if you're gonna eat so much in order to get.
Sir, this is ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous.
Sir, please. There are no studies that show that vegans cannot get protein. We can get protein.
You cannot disagree on studies.
No, the study you mentioned does not show us that you can't get protein. All it says is that they didn't get protein. It doesn't mean they can't. There's a difference there. As a vegan, I can get all the protein I need. Tofu, lentils, beans, pastas.
Yeah, but there's
vegan protein shakes, sir. If you're really scared of it, you can get protein shakes that are vegan. You don't have to go crazy over this protein shit. You can get all the protein you need as a vegan. So
let's take another famous one, vitamin B12.
No. B12 is found in tofu and nutritional yeast and fortified foods and supplements. I can get all the B12
almost all of you lack it because you cannot eat right.
What? No, I can get plenty of B12 and protein as a vegan.
Low vitamin B12 intake is a significant problem in vegan diets due to
but that's why. Look, sir, as long as you're getting a well-planned diet as a vegan, you're going to be fine. This is
No,
the position of the Academy.
you cannot
Hold on.
thrive on vegan
Hold on,
diet.
sir. Hold on. This is the position of the Academy of Dietetics and Nutrition. This is doctors and nutritionists speaking. They say that a well-planned diet, a vegan diet, is suitable for all stages of life. You don't have to eat animals to be healthy. You can be very healthy as a vegan.
But all the food that you consume are less digestible. That's why you lack the
No, they're
most
not. They're
minerals
perfectly,
and vitamins.
sir, please. They're perfectly digestible. I can get all the nutrients I need.
Yeah,
as
so you're
a
saying
vegan.
studies are wrong because it doesn't fit
No,
your agenda.
your study did not show that I can't
It's not
be
my
vegan.
study.
The study you raised does not show that I can't get protein.
They all say the same, but it doesn't fit your agenda. So you're saying, oh, it's incorrect.
No, your study, what did the study conclude? Did the study conclude that I can't be vegan?
No, it concludes that you're unhealthy as a vegan.
No, how am I unhealthy?
Because you don't get the correct amount of nutrients. Without
Yes, I
the
am. I
no,
am getting the correct amount of nutrients.
without the
got blood
essential
work done.
nutrients, your body cannot thrive.
Please stop. What nutrients am I not getting?
Many of it.
My blood work came back perfectly fine. What nutrients am I missing?
B12, vitamin D,
I get those.
calcium,
I get those.
omega-3.
I get those. Beans.
And you have
beans
low
and
bone
pastas
density.
and avocados. What?
You have low bone density.
No, I have perfectly fine bone density.
No, every vegan.
Yes,
will
I
get
have.
the
No,
low
that's
bone
not true.
density.
Can you give me a source that says every vegan has low bone density?
Yeah, you get it because you don't have.
No. Give me a source that says every vegan has low bone density.
Tell me what food you eat.
Sir, give me a source or go away.
I can give you a source.
Good. Give me a source that says every vegan has low bone density and cannot be vegan.
Listen, you have to understand. I'm not saying you cannot be vegan. Everyone can be vegan.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. So I can be vegan and be healthy. Do you agree?
I never said you cannot be vegan.
Okay, great. So then your entire argument collapses because I can be healthy as a vegan. So what justifies you slaughtering animals?
Yeah. So my point is, if you really care about health, then
health. I could be perfectly healthy as a vegan. You just conceded.
No,
so
you
let's
can't.
get back to the
I never
ethics.
said you can be perfectly healthy. I said you can be a vegan. You cannot be perfectly healthy. I'm healthier than you since I consume meat and eggs.
What does perfect health mean to you?
Perfect health is getting all the right nutrients.
Yeah, I can do that as a vegan. I can do that as a vegan.
No, you cannot.
Okay, great. So then show me a source that says, as a vegan, I cannot ever get proper nutrients.
Many sources say that. The
Great.
only
Give me one source.
The
Give me
only
one
source that
says
doesn't say that
Sir,
is vegan biased sources.
Please, give me a source that says I can never get nutrients as a vegan.
Do you see how many that comments?
I don't care about the fucking comments. Give me a source or go away.
I mean, I can give you a source.
Thank you.
World Health Organization. That's a bad one to say that vegan.
No, give me a study or a source that shows I, as a vegan, cannot get all the nutrients I need.
Yeah. World Health Organization.
What do they have that shows I cannot get all the nutrients I need?
They say you cannot get all protein, vitamin B12, other meat.
Oh, really? Okay, great. What's the study called? What's the study called there?
It says the impact of a vegan diet on many aspects of health, the overlooked side of veganism.
Yeah, this study actually says you can get, I know the study you're talking about, it actually says and concludes you can get all those proper nutrients if you're getting a well-planned diet. It doesn't say you can't. It says they may be lacking, but if you are getting a well-planned vegan diet, you can indeed get those nutrients.
This is the study that said that plant proteins are less digestible. And your point was,
even if that's true, it doesn't mean I can't be vegan. I can still get plenty of protein as a vegan.
You can be vegan, but you will fuck up your body.
Great. No, I will not fuck up. There are vegans who are perfectly healthy. In fact, there's many studies that show vegans have lower rates of heart disease and cancers and strokes and arthritis.
Okay.
So again, I can be healthy as a vegan. I don't have to eat meat.
I understand, but you need to get your vegan head up to the reality and understand that.
Stop the fucking ad hominems and give a source or go away. What
I gave you
justifies slaughtering animals to you?
what I just read was from World Health Organization.
I don't care. The study does not conclude that I cannot get
Yeah,
nutrients.
because it doesn't fit your vegan bias.
No, give the source that says I cannot get nutrients.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they say they tell about all the nutrients that you cannot get
What does the
enough
study?
of.
What does the study conclude? What does the
It-
study conclude?
It concludes that people who are vegan does not care about health. That's what the
No, it doesn't. You dishonest prick. It does
Yeah.
not fucking say that.
Yeah, you need to
Can you-
wake the fuck up and eat.
Oh, see, that's what they do. They come up here and they lie. They make up excuses. The study does not say that. The study says you can be healthy as a vegan. And the fact that you're coming up here and making up all these random lies and insults is pathetic. So this is your last chance to give an actual source, and I will cite the source. I will read it with you to make sure you're not fucking lying this time. I have it pulled up, actually. The impact of vegan diet on many aspects. Let's look down. What does it conclude here? Okay, let's see. Vegans should be closely monitored and treated for deficiencies in order to mitigate in long-term negative health outcomes. It is now more crucial than ever to have a clear understanding of both the risks and benefits of diets like that. It does not say that we cannot be vegan. It says that all we have to do is make sure we're getting proper nutrients, which we can. Oh, he left? See, this is what non-vegans do. They cherry pick, they cherry pick, they cherry pick. I can pull up their source and prove them that what they were saying is not true.
Hello?
Hey, what do you got?
Do you know that more animals are killed trying to keep your lettuce alive and growing and not getting eaten than just taking
Okay,
one cow?
how many animals die for plant-based agriculture?
Millions a year.
Okay, do you know the number of how many animals die in animal agriculture per year?
Probably about a quarter of the amount that are killed.
No, it's
to
about
keep your
nine. It's
plants alive.
no, sir. It's about 90 billion. 90 billion.
I live on a farm and I
Okay,
have to
great.
say to keep my
Good job.
corn.
Good job. So 90 billion is a way fucking lot more than a few million. And by the way, most crops are grown for animal products, not for humans.
Right.
So stop being dishonest and give a proper argument.
No, I'm just saying I know many farmers who grow beans and such like that, and the amount of animals they kill on a day-to-day.
Did you not hear what I just fucking
insane.
said? Did you not hear what I just fucking told you? 90 billion animals every year die for meat eaters. 90 billion pigs, cows, chickens.
And I
ducks,
bet you could multiply that by 5 to get the amount of animals that die to keep your plants alive.
Prove that claim, jackass. Prove it.
Bro, farmers don't count their animal kills. It's just another
Exactly.
day in the job.
You actually want to study, you can read a study called
It's just
Field
another
Deaths.
day, bro.
You want to read a study. It's called Field Deaths in Plant Agriculture, which demonstrates that only about 2 to 3 animals die per 5 acres of crop production. Because those crop field deaths are not intentional deaths. Veganism does not mean that no animal dies. It means we don't intend to harm animals. And that's it.
So if the only way that you can actually be the vegan that you're trying to portray yourself to be is if you grow your own garden and
No,
build
that
yourself
is not
a nice
true. Because
wall that can't
what
let
does
any
veganism
bird,
mean?
no-
What does
no
veganism
animal
mean,
food.
sir? What does veganism mean?
You're trying to prevent the murder of animals, right?
We're trying to prevent harm as much as we practically can.
As much as you
Anybody
practically
can do
can.
that.
So build your own grow
Anybody can do that.
So build your own grow house and actually do that and stop going to the
That's
grocery
not practical,
store.
sir. I live in an apartment. I cannot.
That's not
I don't have
practical,
money to
sir.
do that.
Then do better. Then do better, bro. Like
That's-
for real.
You
Just
can-
do better. What can I say to you? You're
Look
not
at who's
doing
saying
good enough.
this. Look at who's saying that. The one who actually can do better.
I don't care about eating meat because I know that me
You
eating
don't
one
care. Exactly.
one
So you're
portion
being
of a cow
hypocritical.
that's going to
You're being hypocritical. I am trying my best to reduce animal suffering, which is what I'm doing.
No, you're
You
not.
are not.
You
So
haven't built your own grow house.
what
You're on
justifies
live.
slaughtering, sir? What justifies slaughtering animals to you?
You're on TikTok live. I don't see you building a greenhouse right.
That's not what veganism means. Stop strawmanning veganism and give
Not
an
trying to
argument
do
that
anything. You're
justifies
just
your
talking.
slaughtering of animals.
You're not trying to do anything. You're still going to the grocery store. You're still providing. You're still doing everything that everybody else
I'm
is
not
doing.
harming any animals in the process intentionally.
Yes, you are, bro. By going
No,
to the
I'm
grocery
not.
store, you are.
Look,
Yes.
look. Do you
Hate to
think
break
when
it
I
to you.
buy a
Do
plant,
better.
sir, do you think when I go to the store and I buy a plant, am I intentionally harming an animal?
No, but you unintentionally harm.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm not intentionally harming anybody. I'm eating a fucking plant-based food.
right. You ever watch
So
the show The Good
that's what
Place?
veganism means. It
You
doesn't
ever
mean
watch the show
I
The Good
cause,
Place?
Hayden, please listen. It doesn't mean I cause no harm. It means we do what we can to reduce it practically.
Right, so you
You are
could
not
build your
doing
own
that.
garden instead of being on live and talking a bunch of
Stop putting this
nonsense.
on me, sir, and justify why you sexually slaughter animals and harm them. Why do you
So-
sexually abuse animals?
So you could be, instead of
No,
talking a
stop
bunch of
asking me
nonsense.
questions and justify your
I'm
actions.
not asking a question. I'm telling you what you could do.
No, I can't do that shit.
Build
That's
a
not
garden.
practical for me to do. I don't have money to raise a farm and do that shit.
You don't have to raise a farm. You
Stop talking.
I
And
would-
sir, please give a justification for slaughtering
shooting
animals.
me.
Give a justification.
I'm trying to tell you what you can do to do better if you actually believe what you believe.
No, that's not how this fucking works. You don't sit here and go, you could do better, you could do better. I can't do better. I can't raise a farm and do those things. But what you can do practically is stop eating and harming animals. Stop eating them. You can definitely do better, for sure. Guys, 90 billion animals are being slaughtered every year in our world because of you, right? Your actions. You're slaughtering them. You're sexually assaulting them. You're graping animals. You guys are paying for the grape of animals. Why? What justifies this? I'm not doing that. It's not about being the best, the goody two-shoe. It's about doing what you can, which is what you're not doing. Yes, you're sexually assaulting animals. We have to forcibly impregnate them. It's terrible what you guys do. Terrible.
Hello?
Hi, what justifies slaughtering animals to you?
Well, I wouldn't say that I justify. I did want to ask you, do you have a problem with just
No. Look, what justifies slaughtering animals in your view?
Well, it's to me it's kind of it's a natural thing for animals to kill other animals.
Okay, it's also natural for animals to grape each other. Should we grape each other?
No, we shouldn't. We should not do that to each other.
Great. So just because it's natural doesn't make it good. So what justifies slaughtering animals to you?
Well, there are things that are natural that are good, right? So just because it's natural doesn't mean it's bad.
Right, but the problem is there's no difference between killing a person and killing an animal, in my view. So what's the difference to you? What's the morally relevant difference that justifies killing an animal?
Well, in my opinion, I don't think they're not the same as humans.
I agree, but what is the morally relevant difference that grants you the right to slaughter them? What's the characteristic that they don't have that we do?
Well, I'd have to think about it, but my natural instinct is just that they're not a human. So there's things that we do to animals that we don't do to humans. Like we have them as pets. We control when they can go in or outside.
I know that.
Take them
sir.
on walks.
Look. The problem is that humans are the same to animals in the sense that they're both conscious. Animals are sentient. They're both conscious. They're both aware. They both don't want to die. They both don't have to die. So to me, there's no justified reason to harm an animal. We don't have to do it. So why do you do it?
Well, like I said, I think that there's a way. Well, there's an animal never wants to die. I would agree with you
I
on
know
that,
that,
but
sir. Can you give the
that's
justification now, please?
because that's the circle of life, man. That's how things work.
No,
That's how the
no,
world
it's not the
operates. Is
circle.
like
No,
it is.
we don't
That's
have
how
to.
nature works.
No, it's not. We don't have to slaughter animals to be part of the circle of life. We can eat plants. We don't have to eat animals.
We don't have to, but what I'm saying is I don't think that there's anything wrong with it.
Why not? Why do you get to slaughter an animal and sexually rape an animal, but you can't harm a person? Why do you get to do that for the animal?
Because well, we've already been over this. Because animals are different than humans, so you can't just
In
say,
what way? In what
well,
way? Give the trait. Name the trait.
they're not intelligent.
Okay, they're
And
not
they don't.
intelligent. Okay, well they are, but let's just say they're not as intelligent as you or me, right? Would you say that?
Well, they're not. They're not as intelligent as you or me. That's fact.
Okay, great. So you think we get to kill an animal because they're not as intelligent as me or you? Okay. How about this? What
Well,
what if there's like a disabled person who is mentally ill and has no intelligence or the same intelligence of a cow? Would you kill that mentally disabled person?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, great. So then intelligence doesn't matter when it comes to your ethical framework. You still wouldn't harm a person no matter how dumb or smart they were. So why do you get to kill an animal even though they're not as smart as us?
Well, okay. Here's another. Would you ever have you? There's obviously a difference that we just know as humans. Like you can't treat someone how you treat a dog, but we all do it and it's all okay. So why is that okay? Because they're an animal, because they're clearly different, right?
I know they're different, sir, but they're not morally different enough to warrant harming them for no reason. That's the
So
problem.
then why is it okay to have an animal as a pet but not a human as a pet?
I don't think it's okay to have an animal as a pet. If you're going to have it for the sake of having a pet, I think rescuing an animal is okay, but breeding an animal is wrong because it produces like stray animals that can die or be lost. But I think that you're not answering the question. The main question in the room is, why do you get to slaughter and grape animals?
That's what, in my opinion, there's an inherent difference between humans and animals, and it's not.
What's the trait?
You're
Name the
asking me
trait. Name the trait.
know.
Name the trait. Name the trait. Name the trait.
I'd have to spend more time to think of an exact thing because I can't come up with a great
Okay,
answer right
thank you.
now. But I think
Thank you. Thank you. At least you're honest. Appreciate that. Hence, there is no difference. There is no trait that animals don't have that we do that justifies killing them. Animals don't want to die. They don't have to.
Oh, hey, sorry. Didn't realize I was in. How are you? I'm all right. All right, so a justification for eating animals. I only eat wild caught animals. I definitely don't. I'll give you a reason for that. So it was the weirdest thing. I had nightmares my whole life, and when I stopped eating like farm raised animals who I think were like stressing out their whole life, I didn't have
Okay,
the
great.
nightmares.
Congratulations. I don't care. What justifies slaughtering and abusing animals in the wild?
Okay, so I have all those articles pulled up, and with like the World National Health Organization, all that stuff, and I read through it, and it does say that it's a comparable diet for nutrition. So I am a little tired of hearing people use that argument on my side that like
Can you just give the argument now, please?
right. So basically, I think that if someone wants to choose to live a life of suffering and just harm others and kind of just sink into negative karma, that is their divine right to do. and I do see that you are trying to
That's
lift
not what
others
I'm
up.
asking you, sir. I'm not asking you if it's the right. I'm asking you, why is it morally okay to kill an animal but not a person? Do you think it's okay to kill a person?
No, definitely not.
Or like murder, right? Yeah, murder's wrong,
Yeah.
right? So why is it okay to kill an animal for no good reason?
Well, like I said, you know, if someone just wants to suffer and make you know, bad decisions and hurt themselves and others, that is truly like their right to do so.
Look, I'm asking about your ethics, not somebody else's.
Yeah.
I'm asking about your ethics. In your point of view, is it okay for me to go around and just slaughter animals and grape them and harm them and kill them for food? Is that okay to you?
Yeah, so I mean, even though like all the animals that are suffering in farms and eating basically like garbage and GMO foods that like don't fit their diet, and then it's like completely messing up
Sir,
everyone's.
please straightforwardly answer the
Right.
question. What justifies slaughtering animals in your view?
Dude, nothing. I'm vegan. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, what do you got?
So I'm not a vegan, but I respect that you're a vegan. That's your way of life.
No, look, I hate when people say this. You don't respect the way of life. You don't give a shit about the way of life. What I care about is, well, your justification. You're doing some weird action to me, some wrong action. You're slaughtering and you're abusing animals. Why do you do this?
I'm not abusing animals.
You're
I'm
paying
not going
for
out
it.
and killing
You're
them.
paying for it, man.
Okay, so how I see it is I'm not a wild animal, but I'm a human being. We was all born to eat. We have teeth in our skulls that are made for tearing meat. That's
No,
how
they're
we were
not.
made.
They're not made for tearing meat. We don't have to chew meat or tear it. We can eat plant-based foods with our teeth. We don't have to kill meat at all or eat plants at all or animals. We cannot dig into an animal's skin. We can't tear up their skin. That makes no sense. You can't even tear your own skin with your teeth. It's almost impossible. Our teeth are not sharp at all. They're stubby and small and dull. I'm asking you, what justifies killing animals when we don't have to?
Well, I mean, it's to eat. That's like my view on it, to eat.
Okay, great. So if I went up to a person and just ate them, would that be okay? Because it's to eat?
But we're talking about animals though, not people.
What's the difference? Morally. What's the difference
The
morally?
difference is that they're animals. Would you go and tell a tiger you can't tear that
We're
animal
animals
apart
too.
because it's sentient?
We're animals too, ma'am.
But would you go and tell a wild animal that it can't go and kill that other animal because that's going to cause it suffering?
No, animals don't have stores. They don't speak English, but we do. We have stores. We can speak human language.
Okay, but you said we're animals, so we're animals eating animals.
We're animals with a choice, right? You have a choice to not harm the animals. Why do you choose to slaughter and grape an animal?
But I don't slaughter the animal.
Ma'am, come on. You pay for it. Supply and demand, you pay for it. Every time you buy meat at the store, you're causing animals to die.
It's disrespectful to kill an animal and to leave it to go to waste.
Why do you kill the animal in the first place? Why do you do that?
To eat.
But you don't have to eat an animal or a person. You can eat a plant-based food. Why do you choose to kill the animal?
Because meat has certain nutrients and stuff that plants can't give you.
Give me one example of one.
Give you an example of one. Okay, so it has protein in. Okay, you can get pea proteins and stuff like that. It has iron in it. It's got zinc in it.
Green.
It's got vitamins in it.
So do plants.
Yeah, but most of like the vegan stuff is processed stuff.
No,
Like
it's
what I
not.
don't
You don't
understand
have to eat processed
is
vegan
when you go
food.
to the vegan part of like a store, there's vegan bacon. Why would you want to eat
Okay,
something that resembles an animal, like a dead animal?
because it tastes good to us, but we're not harming an animal for that taste, like you are. You're harming an animal for no reason when we can eat perfectly good tasting and healthy food as a vegan. Why do you want to grape and slaughter an animal?
So what's okay? So what is your goal then? Like, is
To
it
not
to?
harm animals. Look,
Yeah, but I
man,
mean,
why
like with
you're
other
not answering the
people.
question. Why do you think it's okay to grape an animal and harm an animal?
But I've told you why. To eat.
But we
To
don't have to
survive.
eat. We don't have to eat the animals. We can eat plants.
I know, but like,
So why do you choose to harm the animal?
because I like to have a nice balanced diet.
You can have a balanced diet as a vegan.
But that's just like all plant-based stuff.
Yeah, you can still have a balanced diet as a vegan.
But certain vegan stuff doesn't have what meat does.
Well, what do you need in meat that you can't get from plants? Give me one example.
But what was that? Sorry?
Give me one nutrient. You haven't given a single nutrient that I cannot get from vegan foods yet.
Well, I've given you what they have in them. They have like proper proteins and stuff in
So do
them.
plants. Plants have proper proteins and omegas and fats and everything. You can get all those from vegan foods.
So, is your goal to like? I mean, not obviously make everyone vegan because that will
Stop
never happen.
asking me about my goal, ma'am. Stay on track.
Well,
What
I'm
justifies
debating with
slaughtering
you.
animals?
I'm debating with you. I'm answering your
You're
question.
not debating. You're sidetracking.
You
Get
asked.
back on track.
You asked
Why?
why I eat animals, and I've told you why I eat animals, because
I
that's
know why you do it, but what justifies you're doing it?
because we are the dominant species. That's just it.
Okay, I'm the dominant species, so I get to kill babies. I get to kill anything I want to because I'm dominant. This is your ethics?
What are you on about by kill babies? What?
Look. Do you think it's okay for me to go? I'm a dominant species, so let me go ahead and grape this dog. Is that okay to you?
Yeah. Why? We're talking about animals that we eat here.
Yes. You also sexually assault and slaughter animals. And if your only justification is I'm the dominant species, well, this justifies everything. This justifies to you
Humans
graping,
are.
torturing, slaughtering a dog. You think it's okay to
Humans
grape a dog?
are the dominant species. And then there's different cultures. In the UK, we don't eat dogs. We have them as pets.
Okay. So why is it okay to kill a pig or a cow but not a dog?
Because dogs are not bred to be eaten, whereas pigs, cows, and sheep and
Okay.
chickens
So
are.
if we started to breed dogs for food, would it be okay to eat dogs?
If they was bred for food, then I guess so. In some countries, they do.
Eating dogs in the UK, wherever you are, would it be okay to start eating dogs?
Well, no, because it's never been a way of life. That would be a straight up no.
Yes or no? No?
No, because it hasn't been a way of life here.
Okay, great. So now there's a contradiction. You just said that it's okay to kill a pig because they've been bred to be killed, but now you're saying it's wrong to kill the dog even though they've been bred to be killed. There's a contradiction.
But there's not, because it's not been a way of life from the beginning, has it?
But that's irrelevant. We're now breeding dogs to kill. Why is that okay? Why is that wrong to you? Even though you think it's okay to kill a pig. What's the difference?
Because dogs have not been and never will be bred to eat in this country.
But what if we did breed dogs to eat? Would that be okay?
It would be classed as illegal and wouldn't happen.
Would that be ethically okay to you, ma'am?
Well, no, because dogs haven't been bred to eat.
Okay, great. So then You can't use the breeding as a justification.
But that's how it's been. Like cavemen and stuff.
Okay,
They went and killed.
cavemen were also cannibals. Should we be cannibals?
Well, no, because we evolved from that, and we started living off of just
Exactly.
animals.
Exactly. We no longer have to do what cavemen did. Okay, we have stores now. So why do you harm animals now when you don't have
Because
to?
it's still, it's just that generation, isn't it? It's, you know, maybe in time.
Look at how petty this is. Oh, it's my generation. Well, what if it was the generation of slavery? You'd be like, yeah, let's enslave people. Let's be racist. This seems ridiculous. I don't think culture dictates.
That's gone completely off of the subject.
No, it hasn't. This is the same
Yes, it has.
justification
We're
you're
talking
using.
about killing animals to eat them, and now you're talking about slavery. We're not talking
No,
about
I'm not
slavery.
talking about slavery, ma'am. I'm talking about your justification. It's the same. You said it. We get to do it because you did it in the past. I used the slavery example because it's just one example. It applies to everything that we did in the past. The point is, just because we did something in the past does not make it okay today. How is this so hard to grasp?
We could just like argue all day about it.
No, we can't. You're the one being stubborn because you don't have a fucking argument. It should not take all day to argue this. It should take 2 seconds. You're making it so difficult because you don't want to concede. You don't have a justification.
It's not that. It's that the world isn't gonna go vegan.
Who cares? Whether that or whether or not that's true, that's irrelevant to what you're doing now. Okay? Imagine if I sat there and said, the world will never end racism, so let's just continue being racist. Nobody would think that's okay. Okay? Nobody would think that's a good argument. Just because we can't fix everybody doesn't mean that we can't fix some people. Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Great. What do you got?
Sorry, I was away from my phone. Did you say anything?
Look, what is your argument today?
So debate a vegan. Can you justify eating animals? I guess my justification is the Bible.
Okay, where in the Bible does it say you have to eat animals?
You don't have to eat animals. It doesn't say that in the Bible.
Okay,
I'm not
great.
arguing,
So then why
I'm
do
not
you do it?
arguing because we're allowed to.
Just because you're allowed. Okay, great. So when slavery was available, you were allowed to own a slave. Would that make it good to own a slave?
So I don't look at animals and people as the same. They're not the same. They don't go to heaven.
I agree. But what's the morally relevant difference that justifies killing an animal?
Are you Christian?
No, sir. There is no fucking God. Now, can you give a good argument?
I could if you were Christian, but
No. Whether or not you're a Christian has no bearing on the fact that you don't have to eat an animal, and we know it causes them harm and suffering. So why do you cause them harm and suffering that's unnecessary? If your God is so loving, wouldn't it be loving to save an animal instead of killing it?
that's flawed logic. He allows us in the scripture. Here, I'll pull up the scripture for you.
I can pull up scripture too, sir, where it says you're allowed to sell your child as a sex slave.
It does not say that in the Bible.
It does. Exodus 21:7.
Is this the Old Testament?
Yeah, it's the Bible, sir. Is that okay because God allows it? God allows slavery. God allows raping. He allows all those nasty things. Does that make them good? Great. So thanks for being honest. So just because the Bible says it's allowed does not make it good. Come on, sir. Come back if you want a second chance, but don't just stay silent. Say something.
I'm trying to think of your logic that you're
Okay.
giving me.
Come back when you're ready.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today, sir?
Great. What do you got for us?
So, first to go off of what you just said, of Exodus 21:7, it's totally irrelevant because it's in a time where slavery was normalized. Next.
That doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it good.
The reason why I eat meat, because I want to. I like eating meat. I love the way we're a juicy burger.
Okay. Oh, we have a nice high IQ individual in the building. Unfortunately, wanting something does not make it good. There are people out there who want to grape, who want to be pedophiliacs. Does that make them good?
Bro,
No. It doesn't make it good because they want to do it.
to
You agree?
grape, which is absolutely insane.
Sir?
Your logic is flawed.
Please
You are
engage.
an
Please engage.
unhappy individual
Please.
arguing about veganism on a TikTok app.
Please
you are
engage,
a
sir.
grown ass man. You are a grown man.
Next. He's probably a child.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I mean, I'm just gonna make it simple. So I've eat meat, but for the last 3 years, I've tried to switch, which I've heard. Basically, maybe I misunderstood. You were at one point also hurting animals, right?
Yeah. What is your point,
So
sir?
basically, I tried it. It didn't. I mean, it just didn't last very long. Let me just put it like that. Now did I cut back on like?
No. Look. You're not going to come up here and give anecdotal nonsense. I don't care if it worked for you. What does it mean that it didn't work for you? Veganism is not a diet. It's an ethical stance. Anybody can be vegan, first and foremost. But more importantly, if it didn't work for you, well, I'm not a nutritionist. Your job is to seek advice from actual experts. And the fact that, have you done that? Have you talked to a plant-based nutritionist?
I've had, yeah.
What did they say? What rendered you not able to eat plant-based diets?
I mean, we went to a different type of diet, which is more like fish and like chicken and stuff. But, you're also hurting animals yourself.
No, sir. Did you eat a plant-based diet, 100% plant-based?
Yeah, at one point I did.
Okay. Why did the plant-based nutritionist say it failed?
Well, I guess I just couldn't do it. That's it.
Why not?
I mean, everybody's different, man. Like I told you.
What was the problem? What was the medical
you're
problem?
hurting
Sir,
animals.
what was the medical problem that rendered you not able to do that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess not enough. I wasn't feeling like normal, even though I wanted to make the change.
You weren't feeling normal. So what plant-based food made you feel not normal?
I mean, we tried literally everything that's plant. Chickpeas, fucking, we did tofu. I mean, all of that shit. Like, honestly.
Okay, and what did the nutritionist say that made you unable to eat those foods?
I mean, just like more protein and stuff.
No. If that was what your nutritionist said, they have to get their license revoked. There's plenty of protein in plant-based foods.
I mean, that's basically...
That's just absurd.
Yeah. But, I mean, at the same time, like, you say, you're hurting animals or whatever. You're also hurting animals yourself. I mean, you're making and using the fence just because you've been drinking out of a plastic bottle the last, I don't know, hour. You know where that plastic goes? That also kills animals. I mean, it's
Where,
just
sir, where in veganism, in the doctrine of veganism, does it say I cannot eat from a plastic cup?
I mean, you're using the terms that we're hurting animals.
No,
Like,
no, that's not
I
what it
mean,
means to be vegan. See,
I mean,
veganism does not mean I don't use plastic, I'm perfect, I cause no harm. That's not what it means to be vegan. It means we want to reduce harm as much as
correct.
practically possible. Plastic does not intentionally harm an animal. It's just plastic. That's an
But
environmental
if you
concern,
know
which I
that it's
agree.
hurting and you're still doing it, what does it make a difference? I
Not
mean,
hurting an animal, sir, to
so
drink from a
what
water
happens to
bottle.
the fishes in the sea and all
What? Wait. What did you say?
what happens to all the all the fish and stuff that get hurt by plastic, turtles, all this other stuff in there in the ocean?
That's why we recycle and dispose of it properly.
I mean, but everything's not getting recycled. Trust me, no, there's no way.
Well, the best we can do is try to reduce the amount of plastic that ends up in the streets or in the water.
Correct. And
That's
that's
what we
what I
can
did
do.
myself too. Try to reduce how much
Great,
I
great.
can.
So what justifies to you intentionally harming animals that don't have to be harmed?
I mean, just basically, I mean, I really don't have a good argument. I'll just say that I tried it. It didn't work for me. That's it.
Yeah, that's dishonest. Trust me, bro. I tried it. Protein. It was protein. It's not a good argument.
Big Daddy's back. Tell your mom to unmute me.
Yeah, we're not debating children here. B12 is found in all kinds of plant-based foods. Tofu, nutritional wheat yeast, fortified foods, tempeh. Plenty of B12 in plants.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great.
So my reason for eating meat is because I have epilepsy and I'm on the keto diet. But my other reason is my mum has stage 4 cancer, and due to her chemotherapy, she needs to retain her weight. And her oncologist has said to her that meat is a huge part of her diet. If she doesn't retain a certain weight, she can't have chemotherapy.
Okay.
We've looked at meat options, meat-free options, but the weight is just dropping off her. So in order for my mum to have life-saving treatment, she has to eat meat.
Okay. So first of all, I'm sorry about your mom.
It's all right.
Hope she gets better. When it comes to your issue, I would say that there are ways to be vegan keto. You can have a vegan keto diet. When it comes to your mom, I agree that in some circumstances, if it's a life-threatening case, I think that it's justified. But I would disagree that it is the only possible case that your mom has to eat meat. I think there are plenty of fatty vegan foods that are available to her as well. Have you ever talked to a plant-based nutritionist?
So we did get in touch. So there's a thing called Macmillan's in the UK, and they have nutritionists.
Were they plant-based nutritionists or just regular ones?
No, it's really not advised. Plant-based stuff, I mean. And also on top of that,
I would consult a plant-based nutritionist and see what they got to say about that.
and the other thing with
because another thing, like the funny thing about this is that red meat is a group 2A carcinogen, right? Like meat actually raises risk of cancer. This is from the World Health Organization.
red meat, yeah.
It's just like crazy to me that your doctor would say eat more meat when it's literally a risk factor for cancer. Whereas we know that vegan diets are lower in cancer, or people that are at lower risk of cancer.
I suppose another issue is
look. At the end of the day, the main elephant here is we should reduce our impact on the animals as much as we practically can. There are of course gray areas, right? And I agree that your mom's life is more important than anything else, but at the same time, we can still be vegan by recognizing our intentions.
Yeah. But thanks for
Hello. So, yeah, I eat meat, but I'm like I'm on the edge. I'm honestly not gonna try to convince you you're wrong, but I do sort of want to ask you a question about like the overall like benefit to animals and everything. How small would you say does an animal have to be to, or how big does it have to be to actually like matter as far as trying to protect it and keep it from harm?
I don't want to harm any sentient animal if I don't have to. I don't care how small or big they are. If it's sentient, if it feels pain, I don't want to harm it if I don't have to. It's that simple.
Sure.
So,
So,
what to you justifies harming animals?
so I guess when I'm walking around, I'm probably murdering hundreds of thousands of insects just crawling around on the ground, and I could avoid walking around out in the grass. I could stick to the sidewalks and kill as few as I possibly could, but
This is insanity. Veganism doesn't mean we all turn into schizophrenics. We watch every step we take for ants. Oh no, where am I stepping? Oh no, that's not what veganism means. Veganism means we do what's practical. We remain practical about this, but we don't turn into crazy people watching every footstep we take. That's ridiculous. All it means is we want to reduce harm as much as we practically can, and anybody can do that. So why do you not do that?
yeah, I guess I ask myself the same question, because I would say I acknowledge that uh, adding to the problem, but I'm also, the problem of animals being harmed and tortured and everything. But I think there's like, as much as I love animals, there's a very strong urge to eat them, just like there's a very strong urge to go walk out in the grass as opposed to walking on the
Okay, great.
sidewalk.
So do you think the urge of eating animal should, if I have an urge, does that mean I must act on that urge and that it's good to act on that urge?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, great. So then you can't use this as a justification, right? Like,
Yeah,
what
no,
is
and
the
I
justification?
don't use it as a justification.
Great. So then why are you not vegan?
I would say it's a point of I don't necessarily think that eating vegetables as they're available to me is less harm to animals than meat.
So you think eating a carrot is more harmful than slaughtering and slitting the throat of a cow, taking its calf away from it, forcibly impregnating it for milk? You think that torturing the cow is less bad than eating a carrot?
No, not that.
Okay, great. So what the hell is your point?
I'd say the overall production of vegetables, the mass production of vegetables, you're killing way more animals than you are with meat production.
What percent
The
of
meat production is much more brutal and much more in front of our eyes, looking to us.
What percent of crop, sir? What percent of crop production is for human consumption? Do you know?
I'm sorry, corn?
What percent of crop production in the world is for human consumption?
No idea.
It's about 25%. The vast majority of crops are grown for animal farming, not for human. So what do you think when you eat a pig or a cow, what do you think they eat? They eat crops. They eat beans and soy and all these things that we have to grow for them. So you're killing way more animals than any vegan could. You're killing not only the animals, but all the crops that you're killing to make that crop, to make those food. So you're causing way more harm than any vegan is, by far.
Okay. Well, food for thought. Good point.
Yeah. Thank you, man. What time is it here? Stop saying you're be unhealthy as a vegan. You can be very healthy as a vegan. Stop pretending as if you could only be healthy by eating meat. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Can't hear you, brother. Cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I just want to make my point across. I think vegans should carry on with their everyday life and leave the people who eat meat get along with their life. Like,
Yeah, but
you
the
try,
problem is you're not just eating meat, sir. You're also harming and slaughtering and abusing animals by the billions every year. So no, I'm not going to just let you stand by and slaughter others.
and
You have
also
to
like I'm not,
justify it. Justify it. Show me reasons why you get to slaughter, abuse, and rape animals. Why do you get to do that?
did you choose to be vegan?
Yes. Now, what justifies you harming animals, sir?
Me, I don't hurt animals. I just eat animals that other people have hurt.
Okay, great. If I were to eat a person, would that be harming them?
Well, that's cannibalism. That's eating your own. That's
Would it
eating
be
your own
harming
species.
somebody? Would it be harming them if I ate them?
If it's an animal, it's not somebody. It's something.
Sir, can you answer the question? If I ate a person, would that be harm?
Oh yeah, it would be.
Okay, great. So why is it harmful to eat a person but not a pig or a cow?
Because, well, like eating meat has been a thing since sorry, excuse my language, but for a very long time. Vegans weren't.
So has slavery. So has racism. Does it make it good?
Wait, whoa! That's a mad turn. Well, racism and veganism is.
I
two
know they're
completely
different,
things.
sir. You're using a nationalist fallacy. You're saying we did it so long in the past, it's natural, so we get to continue doing it today. That's a bad justification. It doesn't matter what we're
Eating
talking
animals,
about. You can't
eating
just
animals, and
look.
being.
Stop. You're saying we've done it for so long, and I understand that. But that doesn't grant you the right to continue doing it when it's not necessary. So what justifies slaughtering an animal when it's not necessary anymore?
Like, right. I have nothing against vegans. I'll say
Stop
this now.
saying that. You do. You're not a fucking
No,
vegan.
I don't. No,
right?
no.
So what
Whoa,
justifies
whoa.
harming? Why do you grape and harm animals?
Why? What? You can't say that I can't get along with people who are vegan.
I don't give a shit. You're harming animals. What justifies that?
Well, it's difficult to get an answer out of that, right? But
Come on, sir. Do you have a justification for what your actions? They're horrible. You are doing so much harm. You're causing so much torture and suffering. Why? Come on, sir. You got 10 seconds. Okay. Have a good day. Guys, it's easy to say that, oh, I love vegans, but it's hard to justify your actions.
Hello.
Hey, what do you got?
You're not gonna come at me for not being vegan, are you?
You damn right I am. You came up here, sir. So what justifies slaughtering animals? Why do
Okay,
you do
first
it?
of all, okay. First of all, you can't compare it to humans. That's an entire different species, and that's cannibalism as well.
What's okay? Great. So what's the morally relevant difference between humans and animals?
What? Sorry,
What's
say
the
that again.
morally relevant difference between humans and animals that justifies killing the cows and pigs?
Because humans are at the top of the food chain. That's always how it's been.
But we don't have to kill animals to be top of the food chain. We can still eat plants and be top of the food chain. So what justifies unnecessarily harming animal?
I wouldn't say it's unnecessary. That's where you get protein from, isn't it?
But we can get protein from plants. So again, it's unnecessary to harm animals.
Definitely not enough compared to meat.
Wrong. A cup of lentils has 17 grams of protein. Beans, pastas, rices all have plenty of protein. You don't have to eat an animal to get protein. It's nonsense.
Yes, I never said that that's the only way you can get protein. It's a good source of it, though.
So what justifies slaughtering animals if you don't have to?
Okay, there is certain reasons that you do have to kill animals. Or unalive. So
Why?
I don't know if you can say that word. What about certain medicines that contain bones, gelatin? Would you deny people those medicines because it harms an animal?
No, we're not talking about medicine. We're talking about eating animals. Can you justify eating animals, sir?
No, that's your own logic, though. Being vegan is not just about eating animals. So tell me.
I agree, but the problem is that medicines are necessary for people, and we should be going towards medicines that don't use animal testing, which they exist, and they're increasing in number. I'm for that. I'm not for animal testing, but I agree that it's essential in certain times. But when it comes to eating animals, that is to me never necessary, almost never necessary. So what justifies eating animals?
Right, so what you're going to say is that the only problem with people not being vegan is when they eat animals. So they can harm animals in any other way, just as long as they don't eat them. Is that what you're saying?
What justifies slaughtering animals to you?
You're just avoiding my question.
How ironic that you're fucking avoiding mine. What justifies slaughtering animals to you?
I've already answered that question. I told you it gives you protein, a lot of protein.
Okay, but we can get protein from plants. So why do you kill an animal for protein?
Okay, not enough protein. And as I said as well,
what do you mean not enough protein, sir? How much protein do you think is in a cup of lentils?
I don't know. I don't eat lentils.
17 grams. That's plenty of protein in like one serving. That's a lot of fucking protein. Tofu, beans, pastas have plenty of protein. So we don't have to harm an animal to get their protein.
Oh yeah.
So
okay. Let me ask you.
Why do you willingly cause harm to a sentient being?
Let me ask you a question, right? So, you have a pig pen full of pigs, and a human, they fall into that pig pen, like, completely without any protection or whatever. What are those pigs gonna do? They're gonna eat the human.
No, they're not. Pigs, they're not gonna eat.
Yes, pigs will eat anything you give them, bro. What do you mean?
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. They will definitely not probably eat a person. But more importantly,
they do.
More importantly, who cares about that? The situation we're in is not analogous to that.
So it's okay.
No, the situation we're in is not analogous. You are intentionally going out of your way to harm an animal when it doesn't need to be harmed. That's what you're doing.
You're putting...
You are intentionally stuffing animals in gas chambers, stuffing pigs in gas chambers. The pigs are not doing that to you, sir. So what justifies raping? Why do you rape pigs? Why do you rape cows? And why do you slaughter them?
Why are you asking me like I personally do it? I'm not a slaughterer.
Because you're paying for it. You're causing it.
Okay, let me just ask. So, do you eat, like, you know how McDonald's has vegan options?
Stop pivoting and answer my question honestly, sir.
Okay,
what justifies raping and slaughtering animals?
I don't understand what grape has to do with this.
Oh my gosh, bro, you're causing it.
What has grape got to do with this?
Okay, did you know that in order to breed animals into existence, we have to impregnate them? They don't come from the wild. We have to forcibly impregnate animals. So why do you do that?
I don't think the farmers are fucking the animals, but
Yes, they are. They literally are shoving their fists up their you-know-whats and injecting semen in them. This is what you're paying for. Why do you rape them?
Why? Stop saying why do you?
You're paying for it.
Okay,
Why do
but
you
that's
do
not
it? Why do
me.
you do it? Why do you do it?
Why do you do it?
I don't, jackass. Be
Have you
honest.
ever?
this
Have you
time.
been? Have you been?
Be
vegan
honest.
since you were
Be
born?
honest and answer the question honestly. What is your justification?
I wouldn't really say there is a justification
So you
for
don't have
what
one.
you said.
So,
No,
you-
for
so
what
you
you
can
said.
see. So you can see
The
that you don't have a justification, right?
the grape. I can see what you mean. The
How dishonest can you guys be? You know what you're doing. You know you're harming animals. You have no justification, and you laugh about it.
All right, bro. So this is what I say justifies the fact that I need to eat meat. That I'm hungry and I gotta eat.
Okay, great. So I'm hungry. Can I eat you?
No.
But I'm hungry. Isn't that your justification?
Okay.
See, this is
No.
absurd. This is how ridiculous your arguments are. They're shitty.
You know what's so absurd? You're literally Christian and you're saying all this stuff. Like that's crazy. That's what even makes this more absurd.
I'm not a
You are
Christian,
Christian.
sir. That's
Then what are
satire.
you? Then what are you? then get that cross out of your bio, bro. Clown. Like, what? This is guy think he is.
Sir,
Like, bro, yeah, like I said,
Christianity is
like I said,
nonsense. There is no God. Now, can you
like I
give us
said,
evidence?
I
Can you
need
give
to
us a
eat.
reason to
I
harm
will
animals?
eat a big juicy burger. I will eat big juicy steak. Because here's the thing, right? I'm hungry. I need to eat. I need vitamins. I need my iron. I need my
Yeah.
protein.
You can get all those from vegan foods. Nice try, though.
Not as much. Not as much.
Yes,
I
you
know
can.
vegans who have to go on like iron, like they have to go on iron supplements because they have no iron and they're like little twinks. I know
No,
people
you can
like
get
that.
plenty of iron as a vegan as long as you're getting a well-planned diet.
Oh, sure, bro. If you okay, listen to me. If you look at the structure of a human's teeth, you will see that we are omnivores by the structure of our teeth. We have canines, we have molars, we got all that good stuff. Yeah, we
Okay,
can
so
eat.
we have canines. Does that mean I can eat a person because I have canines?
Bro. Oh my! You're talking. Okay, you're comparing a person with like livestock. You're
What's the
comparing a
difference?
person
What's the
with
morally relevant
livestock.
difference? What's the difference?
Person with their bro. Okay, you want to know the differences? Difference is livestock is for eating. Humans, us
Why?
people are.
Why?
Humans are.
Why?
You know, you're supposed to talk to humans, make friends with humans, have families
Why?
with humans. Lives. Why?
Why are animals food but humans are not food?
Oh my days! You know why they're food? Because they are food. Because we need to eat. That's why they are food. Because we need to eat. I don't need to eat a human to, like, you know, help me with my hunger. I need to eat an animal to help me with my hunger. Also,
No,
another thing I have to say to
you
you.
don't have to. You don't have to eat a person or an
I got a
animal.
question
You
for
can
you.
get
I got a question for
plants.
you. Okay, I got a question for you here. How am I the one killing animals if I'm already buying their dead corpses at like my local Coles or Woolworths?
Sure.
How
it's
am I the one?
Yeah, it's
How am I
called supply and demand. Every time you demand an animal to die for you in the market, you're causing more supply, right? Because now those animals have to be replaced in factories. More animals have to be slaughtered for you.
I'm not the one there with air gun shooting them in the head. I'm not the one like doing all that. So like, how am I doing that? Please
Because
explain.
you're paying to continue the process.
Oh yes, sure, man, sure, bro. Sure. This is crazy. You know, this is actually crazy. You are crazy. You are crazy, bro. You are crazy.
Because I don't want to harm animals, and you do. That makes me crazy.
How am I harming animals when I'm not the one there killing them? I'm buying their dead. Like I'm the one there buying their already dead corpse. It'd be worse if I like. You know, it'd be worse if I didn't buy their corpse and then it went to waste. Imagine that. The food just goes to waste.
Male, imagine I'm a hitman, and I pay somebody to kill a person for me. I didn't do it directly. I paid somebody to kill that person. Would I be responsible for that murder?
Well, you'd be charged with manslaughter.
Exactly. So I am responsible for that murder, even though I paid for it. I didn't directly do it. Just like you're paying for animal cruelty. You're paying for animals to be dying.
We're talking about livestock. You're talking about livestock and humans. These are two different.
What's the difference?
The difference between livestock and humans is humans can build big cities. Livestock can only eat grass. That's the difference between us and them.
Okay, great. So can babies make cities?
Oh, babies make cities if they grow up, go to school, learn. Yes, they'll make cities.
That's not what I asked you. Can a human baby make a city?
Can a human baby make a city? No, obviously it's a baby.
Okay, great. So does that grant us the right to eat babies?
No, because a baby's a human. What's wrong with you? Are you
Okay,
stupid?
great. So then why is it wrong to eat a human baby, but it's okay to eat a pig, even though they both cannot make cities? What's the difference?
The difference is the pig is livestock, which humans have used for thousands of years as a food source. That's the difference. That is the difference right there.
For thousands of years, we've had slaves. Does that make slavery okay
No,
today?
you're going off slaves. You're going off track now. Now you're using slaves. We went from livestock. Why is it bad to eat animals? To like, hey, you know what? Slavery, bro. What? Come on, man.
This is your justification. You're justifying. You're justifying anything because we did it in the past. This is your justification.
Bro, you're comparing livestock animals
No,
to
I'm not.
slavery.
No, I'm not.
Slavery, bro.
No, I'm not.
So then why do you keep bringing up slavery? Why do you keep bringing it up?
Because your justification allows us to own slaves. Because you said we did it for so long in the past.
So long in the past, bro. Dude, you make no sense. Because eating livestock is not harming humans in any way, shape, or form. Slavery is harming humans, harming ourselves.
It actually does. Animal farming absolutely does harm humans.
Please explain to me how eating animals harms humans. Hey, I really want to.
Sure, in these factory farms, people develop schizophrenia. They go crazy because they're so used and exposed to all this slaughter. People literally kill themselves and commit suicide because they're exposed to so much death. This happens, sir. Look it up. Yes, this happens. You're paying for people to die in factories.
Okay, here's my thing. If they are that sensitive where they can't see an animal die, they shouldn't be having the job in the first place.
Well, what
honestly,
if you need to make a living, sir?
Want to make a living? Well, if you want to make a living, but at the cost of your own health, I'd say do not do that job. Go find a safer.
It's not costing you health. You don't have to eat. You don't have to eat an animal to be healthy.
Bro, okay, bro. What? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What? What are you saying?
Why?
If you have an only plant-based diet, you're literally you're killing your own body. You're not allowing your body to get all the other vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that you get from meat. It's the same way around.
Name a single nutrient, sir. Name a single nutrient that I cannot get as a vegan that you can only get from meat. That's necessary.
All right. See, you said before that.
Taurine is made in our bodies. You don't have to get taurine from meat. It's not essential. Oh, he ran away? Okay.
Hey, so the same trait that would keep you from eating an animal is the same trait that would keep you from sleeping with an animal, because I'm sure you would not sleep with an animal, and it's the same trait.
Yeah, of course not. So what justifies to you slaughtering animals?
Yeah, so basically all of the vitamins and minerals that you need to survive 100% are only found in animal products. Vitamin A in the form of retinol, we can start with that one.
Yeah, we can get plenty of vitamin A from eating beta-carotene, which converts to retinol in the body.
What about the 50% of women in the UK that lack a gene polymorphism that can convert vitamin A into retinol? What are they supposed to do?
If you're getting enough beta-carotene, you can get plenty of retinol.
But if they lack a gene polymorphism to convert vitamin A from beta-carotene into retinol...
They can still convert it. It's just a lowered percentage.
No, some of them lack the enzyme to do it completely, like zero. They have no enzyme. They don't have it.
No, that's not true at all. They don't lack the enzyme. They just...
No, they lack the enzyme. There's a gene polymorphism. And the more they eat, the less they convert. And same with DHA.
There's no such thing as lacking a gene or enzyme that renders you unable to convert retinol. It's only a certain percentage. It's only a certain percentage. Now, I agree. If that was the case, then you could probably take a vitamin A supplement, a vegan form of it.
Yeah,
so it's not as easy to eat a pound of carrots as it is to eat a pound of beef if it's so natural.
That makes no sense. You don't have to get so much beta-carotene. You don't have to get so much beta-carotene to get retinol.
But the synthetic form of retinol, which is in Accutane, is definitely not the same. It's not processed the same way in the body.
Yeah,
Like synthetic
it
vitamins
doesn't.
are
It doesn't
definitely
matter. Look. As long as you're getting enough beta carotene, you're going to be fine. But more importantly, do you have this lack of enzyme? Is this apply to you?
I haven't been tested, but the
Okay,
only
great.
test.
So we're talking about a few select people on the planet. What justifies your slaughtering, and why do you rape animals when you
No,
don't?
I say yeah. So, so I see what you mean, but they've only really done a few studies on this. But the studies that they have done have been predominantly about half of the participants. So that is a decent amount of people that potentially could not convert vitamin A. That's
I would have to take a look at the study, because studies show that you can be pretty vitamin A sufficient if you're a vegan. That's what,
yeah. I
from
mean,
what I've
it's
seen.
it's one
The
nutrient,
decision
but
of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
I specifically want to
Hold on,
focus on.
hold
yeah,
on,
sorry,
hold on, hold
You're
on.
good. You're good. My bad.
You're never gonna beat him at this.
The position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is that a well-planned vegan diet is suitable for all stages of life, including infants and babies and up to adults in old age.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat animals to be healthy at all.
Yeah, but like just because an institution specifically says something, as someone who disregards what an institution like the church would say, I'm sure you'd understand.
It's not just an
appealing to
institution.
authority is a fallacy.
This is not just an institution, right? This is an actual
It is
study.
because it's not based. It's
Stop.
based.
It's a study on thousands of doctors across the world.
It's
nutritionists
and
doctors.
expert opinions are on the bottom of the scientific hierarchy. So
It's
the
no,
evidence
it's
you
not.
want to randomize controlled trials.
Consensus is what drives science. Consensus.
Yes, but I'm looking at randomized controlled trials based on double-blind clinical controlled trials. I'm not looking at
And
epidemiology.
how many test subjects were in your study, and what was the conclusion?
I mean, I could pull it up right now, but are you talking specifically about the vitamin A one?
Study. I would love to see the study that says half the population cannot get vitamin A from vegan
It's specifically in the UK. It's not
there
the half
is-
of the population. No, it is specifically the UK.
Exactly. There is no study that says you can't get vitamin A as a vegan. That doesn't exist.
But
So
it
let's
is
get back,
saying
let's
that
get
half
back
of
on
women in
track
the
here,
UK.
sir. Let's get back on track.
Yeah,
What
yeah. Hey,
to
what
do-
would you say to the women in the UK who can't convert
Stop. To you, what justifies you harming and slaughtering animals?
There's no industry.
it? Yeah, so my thing would be if you lack a gene polymorphism or if you have a gene polymorphism which makes it unable.
What justifies you? You don't have that necessary problem. What justifies you?
How do you
harming
know
these
that
animals?
though? I'm specifically
You
like
don't-
okay,
you-
even
if you had
granted,
that
if it
problem,
could
you
be
would
me.
know, sir. If you had that problem, you would know. You would be deficient in vitamin A. Now, can
Yeah,
you
but I
give me
eat animal
evidence? Can you give me a
So
justification?
I wouldn't know because I eat
Can
meat.
you give a justification that allows you to slaughter and rape animals?
I could, but then we would get into the transcendental argument for God, and I mean, we could get into, but this is a vegan debate because for me, I would
don't
say
need
you
God for
don't.
morality.
I believe in morality being objective, and like it gets
That's
in my
irrelevant.
worldview.
That's irrelevant. Whether or not
Yes, but
morality is
you don't
subjective-
even believe in objective morality,
It
so
doesn't
how can you
matter.
tell someone to be vegan or not?
Envy, please stop. It doesn't matter whether or not morality is objective or subjective. It has no bearing on this argument.
It
can
does if
still
you
be
believe
vegan.
veganism is moral. If you believe that eating meat is immoral, then we should get into
I'm
where
not
morality
I'm
comes
not up here saying that veganism is objectively moral. What I'm saying is if you think it's wrong to harm an animal, you should be vegan. That's it. That's why I'm asking you to answer this question, but you're deflecting. What to you justifies slaughtering and raping animals?
That there is no other source of vitamin B12 that is actually sufficient in not
Tofu,
cyanocobalamin.
tempeh,
I
fortified
ain't
foods,
talking about
nutritional yeast,
cyanocobalamin.
tempeh.
We talking about no, dude. That is synthetic vitamin, dude. Tempeh
But it's
has to
not.
be fortified, bro. It's fortified. It's
What do you
fortified.
think? What do you think B12 is?
It's not cyanocobalamin. That it's fortified with cyanocobalamin. I'm talking about methylcobalamin. It's a completely different.
can
It's processed differently in the body,
Right, but you can still get plenty of B12 from the former one,
which is fortified.
which is still
Dude,
perfectly fine to be healthy with.
So you admit that it has to be fortified, so it's synthetic, which means it's an inferior diet.
No, you can still be healthy as a vegan getting plenty of B12 by eating fortified foods or the natural form of it in mushrooms and duckweed and nutritional yeast and all those above. You can be very healthy and get all the B12 you need as a vegan.
That's pretty debatable. But the thing is,
It's not debatable, sir. This is the position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Thousands of doctors and
but
nutritionists,
expert opinion
experts in the field.
is not expert opinion is pretty meaningless when it really comes down to the hierarchy of scientific evidence. We're talking about mechanisms.
Now you think experts? It's not just an opinion, sir.
Are you aware of the hierarchy of scientific evidence?
This is research-driven data. It's a
Are you aware of the hierarchy of scientific evidence? Expert opinions would be on the bottom.
Are you aware that it's not an opinion? It's not just an opinion. This is research-driven.
Okay.
Great. So what justifies slaughtering animals, sir?
What justifies you not sleeping with an animal?
Because they're not. I treat animals the same as I treat humans. I don't want to sleep with anybody.
Name the trait, bro. Name the trait, bro. Name the trait.
This is the vegan position. We agree that it's wrong to sleep with animals. Why do you grape animals, though? You think it's okay to sleep with animals, apparently.
But I want to know name the trait. Why is it wrong?
No. Apparently, you
think
think
the trait, bro. Name the trait.
Apparently, you think it's okay to sleep with an animal because you do it every day when you grape them in factories.
Appreciate you. Take it easy.
Oh, you ran away. Yeah. See, this is what they do. They come up here, they laugh. You think it's okay to sleep with an animal. That's not my position at all. If anything, it's actually yours. It's yours. How pathetic, how disingenuous, and how dishonest can you be? I didn't kick him, he ran away. Because he knows he has no argument. None of you guys have arguments. None of you can justify graping animals. You can't do it. But you do it every day. I don't talk over you. He's the one that gave an invalid argument. Nobody has a good justification for harming animals.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry, I'm going to a quiet room. I was going to bring up the point of the last guy was saying about nutrients. So what do you say to somebody who has like food sensitivities and they're really limited?
You can still be vegan, man. Look, you can still be vegan and have food sensitivities. You can still be vegan, right? What justifies harming animals that don't have to be harmed to you?
They don't have to what?
They don't have to be harmed. Why do you harm them?
I mean, I don't think that you're bringing up like graping animals and things like that. Like,
yes,
not everybody that eats animals do buy from factory farms. I mean,
well, man, it doesn't matter where you buy the animal. They still have to be artificially impregnated, artificially inseminated.
Right, but I mean, if you like raise your own animals, then you've got a bunch of little, goats walking around and chickens, and they just do it naturally.
Okay.
So
the problem is that if you want to sustain that, you have to eventually artificially do that at some point to keep up with the population. But more importantly, even if you're not doing that, you're still killing the animal, right? So what justifies killing the animal for you?
Well, going back to the whole food thing, I've tried being vegan before, and I can't tolerate
No, we're not
grains.
going to do this shit. We're not going to say I tried to be before. What justifies you slaughtering animals when it's not needed?
I'm trying to tell you.
No, you're not. You're gonna talk about some anecdotal story that we don't care about. I don't care about you tried it before. What is the justification?
Justification for me is that I can't eat just a strictly vegan diet.
It's not a diet. Number one. Number two, why can't you be vegan?
Because I can't process grains at all. I don't eat grains.
Okay, so you tried all the grains on the planet and you can't process them. What does that even mean?
My stomach does not handle them. I have a gut condition. I have a condition in my gut where I cannot process grains.
Okay,
I cannot eat them.
Is it Crohn's?
I have SIBO.
Okay, yeah, you can still be vegan and have SIBO.
So how would you say to get all the nutrients I need without eating grains?
Yeah, I would talk to a plant nutritionist. I would talk to them and see what we can do about it, right? This is what it means to be vegan, right? To take responsibility for your
I'm
actions.
celiac too. Sorry.
Okay, great. I understand that.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think any health condition can justify?
I understand that there is a problem there, However, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're talking to people who know what they're saying, like plant-based nutritionists, who you can consult with, and they will tell you what you can eat and how you can do it. It's possible to be vegan, no matter what disease you have. It's not a diet. It's about reducing harm as much as you practically can. Anybody can do that.
I mean, I can give you another anecdotal, but you're just going to shut me down. So, because I did it for 4 years as a child, and
that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant, right? What matters is you have the ability to still be vegan, but
right.
you're not.
So, but what point do you come to where it turns into this like if you become a vegan, then you're intentionally avoiding certain foods. I grew up doing all kinds of weird diets from my mom, and it created a food, like, what's the word for it? A food, like an eating disorder. It did create.
I understand that, man, but just because you're vegan doesn't mean you have a disorder, right? That's the problem.
When you're worried about what you eat by not eating meat.
As a vegan. So why are you not going to be vegan? Why are you not vegan?
Because I'm done with having food eating disorders. I've had disordered eating my whole life.
Ma'am,
so
it's not a diet. How many times do I have to tell you this?
When you have to go out of your way to avoid certain foods.
Ma'am, please stop. Veganism is not a diet. It's an ethical stance. It's an ethical stance against animal cruelty.
And I'm fine with that for anybody that wants to. I don't think everybody should have to do it.
I agree, but the problem is, I'm trying to point out flaws in your logic. Because do you think it's wrong to kill a dog?
And I think if it's in your culture too, then that's what certain countries eat
do
dogs.
You think
so
right now,
me personally, no, because I have them as pets.
Great.
And I don't eat my pets.
So you think it's wrong to eat a dog, but you think it's okay to eat a pig, right? So it seems to me that there's a hypocrisy in your logic there.
I'm not saying it's wrong overall to eat a dog. I'm saying for me it is, because we have, in this country, we have pets for dogs.
I know. So why is it okay to kill a pig but not a dog?
Social. That's how our social construct is in this country. Other countries, it's not like that. So
if our country was socially constructed such that we farm dogs for food, would you think it's okay to kill and eat a dog?
Personally, I still wouldn't, but I think as a culture, if everybody came around to it, then it would be fine.
Okay, great. So then no, it wouldn't be fine. You just said it's wrong, right?
I would not feel okay with it because of how I was brought up in the society that we live in.
Exactly. So just because your culture says it's good doesn't mean you must agree, right?
Right, yeah.
Great. So then you can't use the culture as an excuse. So again, why do you harm animals?
I mean, I could keep saying the same thing over and over again, but you're just shutting me down. So there's no point in debating you.
I'm shutting you down because it's invalid. It's hypocritical.
It's not invalid. It's very valid to have food issues, and then because if you spend your whole life having disordered eating and avoiding things,
we're not talking about your past life, man.
That is exactly why. That's why I do that now. I'm not going to have disordered eating anymore.
You can be.
I'm not going to vilify any food.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm not going to vilify any food, though.
Ma'am, you can be vegan and be healthy without a disorder. Do you agree?
Sure, you can.
Thank you.
I'm not saying you can't.
Okay, great. So you can be healthy as a vegan. So stop making that excuse.
It can be a lot harder to do that. It takes a lot extra work.
It really doesn't.
It does. I've done it.
Okay. Let's say it does. Why are you still raping and harming animals?
I mean, that I already gave you a reason. And I'm not personally raping. I understand what you're saying. You're paying for it. Yeah, I know. I get that. I get that. The way you word that, though, you're just baiting people.
It's not baiting. That's
you're getting people to come in here and argue it.
Guys, this is reality. This is fucking reality, and you're paying for it. You're causing it. Animals are suffering out there. They are dying. They are being raped because of people like you. So stop saying I'm baiting somebody and actually give a fucking argument and stop with the fucking excuses. Come on. If I sat up here and said, let's justify dog slaughter, you guys would all be crying at me, right? You should be in jail. You can't eat dogs. But here I am defending pigs and cows. And all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Come on. Use your brain for a second. This is reality. What justifies harming animals to you? I'm not fucking doing it for clout. I'm doing it for the animals.
Okay, well, I've already said everything I can say because you're just going to shut me down. So have a good night.
Look, you guys say that, right? Oh, you're just going to shut me down. Yeah, no shit, because your arguments are bad. it's like if I were to be up here and say, the sky is brown, but you're just going to shut me down. Yeah, because it's not brown, it's fucking blue, right? Like, your arguments are bad. They're contradictory. Just because you don't see the contradiction doesn't mean it's okay. You know?
Hello?
Hi.
Man, go live your life. Just quit worrying about if people are vegan or not. Just go live your life,
yeah,
man. You
live
only
your
live
life.
once. Go live.
You only live once. That's funny you say that, because so do the animals that you grape and slaughter. So if you really think that we should love our lives and live our lives, why do you take away the lives of the animals? Why do you get to take away their lives, but hypocritically sit up here in my life and say that I should live my
Survival,
life?
man.
This is
It's
pathetic.
food.
This is absolutely hypocritical of you and disingenuous of you to say. You have no justification for slaughtering animals. Can you give it one?
You know, just go live your life.
I am, man. This is my life, and I'm an activist. Get over it.
It's survival.
It's not survival. We can survive
It's
on
yummy
plants.
food.
We can survive on plants.
Delicious.
Delicious? Do you think we should eat
Yeah,
dogs?
but they also they lack in a lot of nutrients.
Name me one nutrient that I must get from meat.
What?
Name one. Give me one. Name me one.
Protein, vitamin B12, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay, great. Number one, protein, tofu, tempeh, beans,
vegan
pastas,
diets
rices.
lack in that.
Hold on, man. You raised a great point, man. That was a great point. Protein, tofu, beans, pastas, rices, all got protein. B12, tempeh, tofu, nutritional yeast, fortified foods, supplements, iron, spinach, greens, leafy greens, beans, nuts and seeds. Oh, she left. Omegas, beans, grains, fruits like blackberries and avocados and things like that, nuts and seeds. All those have plenty of all those nutrients. No reason to harm an animal for those nutrients. But nice try.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Just a quick testimony of me from great content. I'm 41 years old. I'm living.
All right, let's get the next victim in here.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, I can defend this argument that you're making. Since I've had your mother's pussy meat, bro, I can't get off meat, man. I'll be real, man. Your mom's meat
Your mom loves
listen,
my
bro,
meat,
your
sir. Your
mother's
mom
meat was
loves
so
my
amazing,
meat, sir.
I can't give up meat, man. Your mom was too nice, my bro.
Your mom loves my meat, sir. Your mom is a really big carnivore. She loves my meat.
It's because I just had so much worse.
Animals like to be eaten.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so you think people like to be eaten like humans?
Yeah.
I mean, probably. I mean, like, have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I never tried eating a person. I don't think anybody wants to be eaten.
Why? How do you know?
Because I don't.
Just go the long way.
You don't know. So how do you know that
I
animals
don't.
don't like to be
Ma'am, do you
eaten?
want to be? Do you want to be eaten?
I mean,
Okay.
Not that way, ma'am.
I'm in first person.
Come on, you know what I mean. Why do you get to harm an animal?
You like it. It's a big
yeah, but how do you know that animals don't want to be eaten? Like they can't talk, so
Cry, because they cry, they whimper, they get nervous, they get anxiety, they get depression, they scream, they run.
How do you know? Have you seen it?
Yes, look up factory farming footage. They scream, they scream in gas chambers. Pigs understand what it's like to die. They know that they're about to die.
Wait, do we actually gas animals?
Yes, we gas them in gas chambers.
Man, it's like the Holocaust.
Yeah, literally. They scream in there.
Yeah, but like I still feel like they'd like to be eaten. Like if they knew the cause that they were going towards, like I love eating.
Now you're just being disingenuous. Nobody wants to be eaten. That's ridiculous. Especially not innocent animals. Plants don't get stressed.
Yes.
Plants don't have brains.
Yeah, so why are you a vegan?
Because I don't want to harm animals.
Dude, we literally needed to survive.
No, we don't. We can eat plants to survive.
So, what if so you know how it causes suffering to the animals? Well, do you understand that if I go without meat, that causes me suffering because I like meat a lot?
Right, but you can eat plants and you'll be just fine. So why don't you do that?
But because my cravings won't be fulfilled.
Okay, so what if you what if I crave human meat? Should I eat a human?
What's wrong with that?
You think cannibalism's okay?
Yes. Or can you prove?
Okay, so you think we can go around and murder people for food?
That's not what I said. Can you prove how?
Sir, please answer this question, sir. You sound like Jeffrey Dahmer's son. Can we go around murdering people for food? Yes or no?
Dude, you said cannibalism, not murdering people.
You have to murder somebody to eat them. You have to kill somebody to eat them, sir.
You can, dude. Thousands of people die per day. You can just eat their dead bodies.
Ew, you think it's okay to eat dead bodies?
Stop, Alexa. Wait, hold on.
You think it's okay to eat someone's dead body? That's fucking disgusting, sir. I'm sorry.
As long as it.
That is fucking disgusting. I'm done. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. Stop harming animals, guys. We all say we love animals. We all say we're animal lovers. I love dogs. I love cats. We treat them like family. Well, if you say you love animals, mean it. Don't pretend it. Mean it. Do it. Don't harm them. They don't need to be harmed. Think about how much suffering you're causing. 90 billion animals die every year. It's not necessary. Dean debate? Yeah. Dean was just not understanding why he was not actually attacking veganism. He was attacking some kind of weird normative ethic approach. I'm scared of Dean, bro. He kicked me and said I disrespect you now. Like, what are you talking about? He kicked me and said I don't respect you anymore. Okay. Do I think owning a pet is ethical? It depends on if you're rescuing it or not. If you're rescuing an animal that's suffering, that's good. But if you're going to have a pet for the sake of having one and breeding them, that causes lots of stray animals to exist, right? You're causing lots of stray dogs, stray cats. And I think that's wrong. Do I have vegan clothing? Yes. Polyester, cotton. So, hope you guys learned something today. Learn about the animals, learn about farming, factory farming. Learn what happens out there, guys. It's not good. It's not justified. Why do I end so early? Because I'm tired. It's very tiring to debate, guys. Really tiring to debate. So it's fun for you because you don't have to do anything. Just sit back and watch. But I actually have to expend my brain power and listen to disingenuous people. Promote my Discord now, my YouTube. Check out my YouTube. Farming insects, it's not vegan. Insects are animals. They're sentient. Also, it's gross. It's not necessary.